Good morning, everyone. This is Mike at lockinthevalue.com. So, today we're talking about Zilliqa. Now, Zilliqa is an impressive project, and it's one that I really recommend as many people as possible do some reading and learn about. So, Zilliqa have two main goals at the moment, and the first being that they want to increase usage per minute or per second as quickly as possible. Now they use sharding to allow a high output per minute, and they've done that pretty effectively. I think they're up to about, I think it's 2,800 transactions a second, I think. And actually, there's some there is a video really worth watching from January, where it's the co-founder of Zilliqa, and he's discussing what they want to do over the upcoming years. Decentralized finance, DeFi, is the main thing. So there, by the way, a minute 36, it says 2,828 transactions per second. So they're doing well. They're really starting to speed up. But even he says it's not quite enough and they need to work better and faster. And if they are successful with this and they speed up to that degree, it's going to be very relevant to the DeFi, which is just decentralized finance, that they are trying to bring. So obviously there's 2 billion people on the planet currently that are not able to do banking. Zilliqa wants to reach out to as many of them as possible. And in this actual presentation that he's doing at the summit, he says, there's a lot of talk about third world countries and those people that don't have access to banking. But even in America, there are 10 million families that don't have access to banking, which you wouldn't expect in the Western world, but that is the case. And he was saying, it's not just third world countries we want to reach. We've got to reach everyone. And their focus, like I say, is this. But there's a couple other things that are that I wanted to discuss. Firstly, Vitalik Buterin, who everyone knows, he's the Ethereum god. But he's saying decentralized finance has to be a major focus for as many people as possible. And Zilliqa is obviously a fairly well-known project to people within the crypto market. And they've now essentially created that as their number one focus. They're trying to get as many people accessing it as they can. And they're doing it through phones. So if you go onto Zilliqa's main website, by the way, so Zilliqa ranked 87th. It's at 0.4 at the moment. Obviously, at its highest peak, it was at 19 cents, which is, about 50 times away. Like it says, if it goes up 50 times, it will be back to its peak. So it's monumentally underpriced right now, if you believe in the project. So I personally do. Zilliqa takes up a decent proportion of my portfolio. Now, what I wanted to show you really, so the additional two things I want to sort of show you. So Zilliqa talk about mobile wallets, and that's because even in the presentation, so again, really you do need to watch this. It's worth watching. He talks about, sorry, for the life of me, I can't remember this man's name. But he talks about the fact that 2/3 of the world own a mobile phone. Many of the people that don't have access to banking still own a mobile phone. So, and the developments in phones has allowed for payments. And if they can bring Zilliqa through as a payment process with mobile phones, it opens up the decentralized finance to more people. But as it's their sort of number one global target, and it's an admirable target, it's worth considering in terms of how they're proceeding. Now, Zilliqa also offers, the next thing I want to say, Zilliqa offers very good staking. Very, very good staking percentages. If you're holding on a Zilliqa wallet. But there have been a number of videos on YouTube, and you'll be able to find them everywhere. But the staking of Zilliqa has been, it all works out at around about 10% return on staking, which is significant. You know, anyone that knows anything about staking, you don't get 10%. So holding Zilliqa in a Zilliqa wallet, if you can get 10% return and the markets start moving positively, there's going to be huge, huge gains. And so I clicked on the same thing again. So looking into staking Zilliqa, worthwhile, really worthwhile. And the next thing that I wanted to say, really, on top of the fact that they've got some interesting collaborations, you know, Singapore's Blockchain Association being one of them, is they have just announced, as of 2 days ago, that they're partnering with Binance America to launch a series of learn and earn educational videos on Zilliqa. So rewards users with Zilliqa for learning about it. So it is worth, even if you are not necessarily prepared to invest in Zilliqa, you can earn yourself some free Zilliqa by watching a few educational videos. And again, you know, Zilliqa doing that is a statement about the fact that they want to reach more people and they're willing to offer out. Obviously, Zilliqa's ecosystem is fairly big. I mean, they have, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head how many tokens that they offer. So at the moment, Zilliqa are offering, there we go, there's 10 billion tokens in circulation. So giving out a few free ones, no bad thing. But it's hand in hand with what they're trying to do, which is the decentralized finance. And again, if they are successful in reaching more people than, let's say, Ethereum do, because Ethereum are discussing that as a potential global target. But if Zilliqa do it, and as it's their number one target, if they're successful, the value of it is going to go up. Now, it's not beyond the realms of possibility Zilliqa breaks back into the sort of $2 billion mark. $2 billion market cap. I mean, at its peak, it was at 1.4, so it wouldn't be huge. It'd be 50 times gain, and it'll break into the 2 billion realm. And obviously, you know, if you put in $100, 50 times gain is still $5,000. It's not bad. We do believe this is an exciting project. The fact that they are so active on social forums, the fact that they're doing regular talks, the fact that they're partnering with Binance, and they partner with over 40 cryptocurrency markets at the moment. So they're making big statements and bold statements about how they want to proceed and how they want to be viewed. I think we do believe there's an exciting project here, and we'll see how they progress. But what is for sure is it's undervalued at the moment. Whatever you want to say about it, we are thinking in terms of, you know, these are bargain prices. I think at the moment it's at, you know, its lowest has been round about 35/100ths of a cent. So now it's at, you know, 0.4 of a cent. So it's a bit up from that, but still very, very low. you know, you could quite happily pop $20 worth in to Zilliqa, and you'd have yourselves, what, 500 tokens? No. Yeah. No. 5,000 tokens. Sorry. $20. So if you popped yourself in $20, round about 5,000 tokens. If the tokens go up back to 10 cents, you know, you've made yourself 500 bucks. It's not bad. So, yeah, worth considering in terms of value option at the moment. Yeah? All-time high, there you go, was 23 cents. So if it hits the all-time high again, that's about 60 times where it's at right now, give or take. So you could potentially make yourself, if you pop 100 in, you can make yourself $6,000. It's worth considering. But we do like it, and we like the project, fundamentally, something for the good of humanity. So we want to see how it proceeds. Let us know what you think. Please hit the like button, subscribe, comment in the video. Tell us what you think. Tell us if there's another project you're interested in or one you would like to see us discuss on the channel. Alright, take care and stay safe.